and welcome to the Safe Tarot Space. My name is Pratishtha Natarajan, and in the spirit of India's Independence Day, I have a reading for you that's centered entirely around freedom and liberation. So before we dive into the reading, I encourage you to take a moment to pause and to set your intention to receive the best messages for you. Please note that this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and use your discernment. I really hope you find some messages that will help you in your growth and your journey. And with that, let's dive in. So to start off this reading, we're going to form the roots, which will act like the overall energy for this reading. To do this, I'm using the Oracle deck Dirt Gems. I absolutely love this deck because it encourages us to tune into the wisdom and magic of plants. So the first card I have for you is this beautiful Sweet Flag card. I love that this is a number 15 because it aligns so perfectly with India's Independence Day. When you look at this card, I really encourage you to look at the redness of it. Red to me always symbolizes the root chakra, our sense of stability and security. It also represents passions, desires, and rajas. So this card means exactly what you think it does, to tune into your sweet flag, whatever that is, and let it fly high and boldly. Many times when we're younger, we're very aware of our passions, and then we lose it somewhere along the way. So this card is a reminder to tune into the threads that call you back home to yourself. The second card we have that's going to form the roots of our reading is this beautiful Elder card, which is number 16. So we have number 15 with the Sweet Flag and number 16 with the Elder. I found this very interesting because I'm currently recording from the unceded lands of the Walamutagal clan of the Darug Nation, and they have a deep connection to elders as well as the water. So this card means, like, think of an elder's advice. An elder's advice may be tough and something we may not want to hear instantly, but just because it is tough, it doesn't mean it isn't loving and it isn't caring. So this card is really asking you to show up as the elder for yourself, to be tough and give yourself honest parental love that will really help you in your growth. This, along with the Sweet Flag, is really encouraging you to think about where you're holding yourself back when it comes to your passions and your true and authentic expression. So these two cards together around authentic expression and being honest with ourselves are going to form the roots of our reading. And now we're going to pull cards that are going to form the wings of liberation that will help us soar. So let's jump into that next. To form our wings of liberation, I'm using this Wise Earth Medicine tarot deck. This is a traditional 78 card tarot deck. However, it uses these beautiful images of animals, and I think these images really help me tune more into the intended message this creator wanted to embody through these cards. I really hope you enjoy these images as much as I do. So our first card is going to answer where we as a collective stand today in the present moment. And the card I have for you is this beautiful Sun card, which is represented by the Peacock. The Sun is one of Tarot's most abundant messages around joy and success. But what I want you to think about when you look at this peacock is to embody the essence of a peacock. A peacock is a masculine energy. However, it's so colorful, so bold and unabashed, and doesn't mind using its color to enthrall its mate or bring joy into people's life. The peacock is also unafraid to be unique and stand in its own essence. So that's what the Sun is asking you to do. And if you tap into this energy in the present moment, you can really enhance your feelings of joy, abundance, and success. Our second card is going to address what our current blockage is. And for that, we have the 10 of Earth, which is represented by this kangaroo and the baby Joey. So the 10 of Earth is a card about success, wealth, and completion. So when it shows up as a blockage, it's asking us to think about where we are feeling insecure or incomplete around these feelings. Oftentimes, it's because of our past experiences, and we hold on to our past experiences like a baby, like a mama kangaroo holding her little Joey in her pouch. We're afraid to let it leap and take a chance again because we have been hurt before and we know what's out there. So we're just being protective. But we have to ask ourselves if our protection and holding ourselves back is actually helpful towards what we're trying to achieve. So this card is a reminder to not hold something into your pouch that is ready to jump out. We're next going to look at what is hidden right now. And for that, I have this Two of Wind card, which is represented by this goose. So this is a card about choice, indecision, and possibilities. So you may have a lot of possibilities opening up right now, which may be hidden from you. But when I look at this goose card, the first thing that came to mind was silly goose behavior. Think of what we associate a goose with. It's often just being silly. But a goose is actually a warrior and a guide, and it can lead you to your highest truth. Just because something may seem silly goose-like on the surface, that doesn't mean it isn't the right decision for you. This card is asking you, when you're facing choice, indecision, and possibility, to tune into your inner wisdom and make a clear choice forward instead of thinking too much about how other people may perceive it or how it may look on the surface. We're now going to look at the resources at your disposal. I intended to pull out one card, but I had three fly out and they feel interconnected, so we're going to read them together as your resources. So the first card we have is the Five of Earth, which is a card about exclusion, loss, rejection. So this may seem counterintuitive, but if you really reframe how you think about your losses and rejection, you will realize that it's actually protection for you. And it also gave you a lot of inner strength, wisdom, and insight about what doesn't work for you and what would actually work for you. Sometimes when we're constantly excluded or marginalized from places, it may really hurt, and I completely understand that. And we always have the power and choice to decide to carve out a safe space for ourselves and for others, and us living authentically in spite of all these rejections, exclusions, and loss can bring a lot of healing both to ourselves and to others. So please consider this, your painful experiences, as an ultimate resource that is going to support you. So to back that up, we have two other cards, which is the Moon card, and this is the Knight of Wind. So the Moon card is asking you to tune into your intuition. Your intuition may be screaming and howling at you right now, but we oftentimes ignore it. But sometimes it just bursts out of us like a wolf instinctively howling at the moon. And this true expression of intuition is often really bold and beautiful, but it's very true as well. So even though it may seem loud or like insane or anything of the sort that you associate a howling wolf with, just know that it is incredibly powerful and truthful. So it can be a true guide into understanding what you need in your life. And finally, we have the Knight of Wind. The Knight of Wind is related to your thoughts about your passion, your drive, and ambition. So when we experience either large intuitive hits or feelings of exclusion and rejection, we sometimes forget to tune into our innate passions, drives, and ambition because they kind of get squashed down with all this other stuff coming up. But this is a reminder that once you process those feelings around your rejection, once you understand what your intuition is trying to communicate with you, it is your action. So your passion, your drive, and ambition towards creating that. So just thoughts aren't enough. We need to create a tangible plan to embody this into action. But once we create with that plan, this energy will really support you to carry you and help you soar in a way that works for you. And the Knights are always very fast-moving energy. And finally, we have a message from your higher self, which is represented by this Nine of Water card and the starfish. The Nine of Water, or Nine of Cups, is Tarot's ultimate wish fulfillment message. It means that you're getting everything that you seek and everything that you desire. However, this is the most unique Nine of Cups card I have ever seen because it's so still. So I think what this is trying to tell us is that the abundance that we seek is actually in our present moment. We get so caught up in our day-to-day lives that we forget to be still and be present. When we are still and present, we can truly have gratitude and we can see things as they are. When we see things as they are, be it positive or negative, we take away that emotional charge from it. And that allows us to tune into our baseline of peace and abundance. And that is what your higher self is asking you to do. Yes, there are always going to be challenges. Yes, we may always be in deep waters, but that doesn't mean that there isn't beauty around us, and our stillness and staying true in staying anchored in the present moment is what is going to help us truly reach our wish fulfilled, whatever that may look like for us. I truly hope these messages resonated and connected with you. I hope it gave you either confirmation, insights, or little trailheads to follow down in your own journey of reflection and growth. I truly believe you're a sovereign and independent being wherever you're tuning in from. I really wanted to say that your uniqueness is what makes you special, and it is what is needed in our world for all of us. It is what makes our world colorful, bright, and ever evolving. So do not be shy to break the script or to be the best version of yourself that feels the most true and authentic to you. And if you're tuning in from India, I wish you a really happy Independence Day. And I want to conclude this message by thanking the innate wisdom of the land, of our higher beings, our higher selves, and all our guides and teachers on the way. So thank you so much. I'm sending you a lot of love, a lot of positivity, and immense tarot blessings. Thank you.